Okay,
Yes, sir.
thank you so much. Okay, dear friends, I can see almost nearing to 40 members team is here. I believe that. So, what is the profile of these, if you don't mind, Raghu? Currently, how many of them are MD pharmacologists, and how many of them
There
are?
are many MD. There are many MD pharmacologists. There are many pharmacy people, BSc.
Mhm.
There are almost all
Okay.
category people are here, sir.
Okay. So then, I will keep my presentation in that way only. So let me
Yes,
share my presentation. So can you see my presentation now?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, super. Thank you very much. So the current objective of my discussion is to, discuss about, most importantly, as per the title, what we have published today, career opportunities for MD pharmacologists. But I'm not going to limit to only MD pharmacologists. All other allied health sciences also I'll be talking about. What are the, because as all of you know that whether it is pharma industry, clinical research industry, or pharmacovigilance, medical affairs, or BIB industry, any of these, like only MD pharmacologists cannot work on their own. Okay, so we need to, work as a team. We need to work together. We need to complement each other, and help each other to make this a project successful, because it's a completely a teamwork. So with this, hello, with this, I would like to tell you that what will be the contents of my presentation. You will see that, in next 1.5 hours, because I have 80 slides almost. I would like to try to, give you brief gist of all these, so that, at the end of 1.5 hour, you will be wiser about, what are the opportunities available, and how you can shape your, future in the pharma industry. I think, all of you should keep it muted. Okay, because if you disturb, then, it is loss for all of you. Ensure that, like, I think, Raghu, can you please, ensure that, keep on muting everyone.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. So now what I was telling you is that, like, you can see that you should know that, like, there is a career means what, how, what you do and all. Well, I'll try to give you a little bit introduction about it. In addition to it, I'll give you the picture, almost it's the picture of pharma industry, how regulatory affairs industry is shaping up, or where, if you are in that industry, where you are going to be. And then clinical research industry, again, it's a big industry. So what are the different job opportunities available for different kind of qualifications, different kind of, positions available for all of you. Okay, so take it from my side, like, there are so many opportunities out there. And if you think that, you want to work, you will not be, worried about what will be the future of me in the CR or clinical research or pharmacovigilance or medical affairs industry. So it is a vast industry, and I can tell you it is one of the best industry, also highly paying industry. Okay, highly paying industry. And I am leaving out all the academic, I'm leaving out all the academic positions here. Okay, I think many of you are there already in the academics, and you study there, and you will know in and out of it, at least some to some extent, what are the different positions available. But so I will try to keep myself restricted to this industry purpose. Okay, so hope that is fine with all of you. Now, like, let me give you little bit insights about, like, see, when you are entering into any company or anything, you are not going there just to, earn salary. Okay, salary is one part. Okay, in your life, salary is required. Money is, like, when you are young at the, age of 30, 35, 40, I can say till 45, 40 years, you will be, worrying about what will be my future, how I am going to take care of my wife, my father, mother, kids, family members. So the money is very important. In this period before 40, you will also be worrying about your car, iPhone, and again, bank balance, purchasing a house. So all these are the, definitely essential part of your life. I don't deny at all. But money is required. But when you are having enough money, so then comes is the, are you satisfied? Are you happy? Are you, getting fame? Are you, being identified? Are you going to be, like, speaker? Are you the person who is going to be the looked for? Okay. So all these things, will come. Okay, will definitely come into your picture. They will start flashing in front of your eyes. So if you have to, achieve those milestones, you should not be, you should ensure that you should have a proper goal. We should have a proper, exploration. Like, you should understand what is your strengths, what is your weaknesses, whether you are good in writing, whether you are good in talking, whether you are good in, persistently, following your customers, whether you like traveling, whether you try to, like, impress someone else in a best possible way. So what is your, you have to brand yourself, you have to discover yourself, you have to explore yourself, and you should have a strategy. You should have a strategy that what are the moves I am going to, apply, so that, like, I'll be climbing the ladder in the way I'm aiming at. Okay. So all these are very important. And suppose, if you want to be behind money, it's money, like, if you definitely immediately in industry, no industry will pay you crores of rupees, no industry will pay you. See, if you are a businessman, if you are already running a business even before 10th, before 10th you can start your business, you will start earning. Nowadays, it's open market, the open market, you can identify a product, you can make a steel, you can still make one steel patra, and then you can start, bowl, and you can start selling, you will start earning, so it is not the way, life is not that, like, money is not everything. So if money is not everything, you should have a proper goal, you should have a proper approach, and so then only you will be able to. Unfortunately, I am not able to see any of you. Maybe, at this point of time, I would like to understand any of you that, like, maybe one of you can come forward and say, like, maybe I will say, Abhisha, are you there? Abhisha, hello. Abhisha, are you there? Now I'll move to the next person. Okay. So Moinuddin, can you open? Can you speak? Moinuddin? Hello? Yeah, please unmute yourself. Yeah, Moin, please. Go ahead, speak. Do
Yes,
you
sir,
know
I
how
can
to
speak, sir.
unmute? Yeah, please go ahead, Moin. Yeah, my
Yes, sir, I
question
can
is
speak.
that, like, my question is, so why do you know what career you would like to choose, and why do you want to choose that?
Sir, as a pharmacologist, I think I will
What's your
proceed first
qualification,
my.
Moin, if you don't mind? What's your
Sir,
qualification?
I'm
Introduce
doing
yourself.
MD Pharmacology, sir, from Jawaharlal Medical College, Bhagalpur.
Oh, very good. Please tell. Please go ahead, Moin. Nice speaking to you.
Sir, as a pharmacologist, I want just to complete my career in my course, and
Okay.
um, further I will settle as a teaching professor.
Okay. You are interested in professorship, right? Now you are interested to work
Yes,
as
sir.
an academician. So why do you
Yes, sir.
choose that? Why do you want to choose that? Professor. I don't say that it's bad or good. No? It's a very good. It's a very good profession. So now you tell me why do you want to choose that?
Sir, I love that teaching job, sir.
Yeah, correct. Any other, any other reason? Do you like teaching? Do you enjoy teaching? Do you enjoy, reading
Yes, sir.
more books? Do you write? Do you want to write books in the future? Do you want to,
Yes,
excel
sir.
as a very good, like respected professor? Like that. So these are the
Yes, sir.
things,
Yes,
like which you start, immediately you require a job to, start so that I get to 50, 80,000 or 1 lakh rupee, so that I'll be able to stabilize myself and then start moving forward with the, like, once you get the job first, you will get into the job, and then, like, you first 1 year you will be happy because you got the job. After that, people start asking you, like, what is the future for you, how are you going to do, whether you are going to get promotion or not, whether like, how to progress, what are the options available, whether I should stick on here or whether I have a option to, go and work internationally. So what are the opportunities available? So like this, all these questions will start, propping up. So the moment, your career is not going in the right direction, then you will start worrying that, like, I'm not in the right direction, so should I change and all. But if you plan well in the beginning itself, if you plan, okay, in the first 1 year I'm going to start my career with the happy joining of a good medical college. Can I see, there are so many medical colleges are there. So if you want to join some aims are there, aims, so many aims are coming, central institutions like zipmer or any other important, or some research well-known organizations. So you want to target a professor that, I want to work under him so that, I can make my career better. So if you want to go there, then they will have a selection criteria. You have to start preparing from aims and all. They expect at least 5 publications or some, list of inclusion exclusion criteria will be there. So for that, you need to start preparing from now itself. You have to have the, you should initiate the project, you should start executing, you should publication do, and then work and attend work and attend some conferences, present papers like this. So why I was, like, I just wanted to bring this as it is, because, like, if see, we all, we all work for the growth or prospectus, that is the money, money, position, all these things, will is very important. At the same time, like job satisfaction, what you said is, you like speaking, you means you like teaching, you like, helping, like helping other, students to grow in their career and all. But at the same time, your basic needs are also there, and professional needs are there, social needs are there. So all these things play very important role in shaping your future. That is why it's very important. Career is, like, so you should see a, next 10 steps in front of you when you join a job. Okay, I will have a stepwise manner. I will try to occupy the next position. So for that, preparation is required. It is not that, you just start somewhere and, keep waiting, so that, fruits will fall on you. No way, no way it's going to happen. See, there will be smart people, there will be smart requirements will be there, so smart opportunities will come in front of you. Smart way of, like picking and developing every opportunity to your advantage is very important. If you are doing that, then you will go and act, go in a good manner. So that's why, see, without job satisfaction, I don't think you will be able to grow. At the same time, like, without the job satisfaction, without the growth, you will be satisfied. Okay, when you see the growth, okay, when you see the growth, you will definitely start loving your job, and you will start performing better, and you will see, because suppose you will see that, okay, so now you have joined. After 1 year, your junior also joins. Okay, so first year, since you did not do well, or you did not do any publications or anything, so your position is retained. Organization is not unhappy, but they are not happy also. They will keep you across. Okay, then fine. So when your junior comes, they also spend 1 year. In 1 year, they do some publications, they do, so many articulated work, and then I'm sure, like, they will get the promotion, and you will be retained there itself. Then you will start thinking, "Arey, kya ho gaya? What happened to me? What is the less in me?" Then you will start thinking, So it's important for you to, look back, prepare well, and do well in the beginning itself. and towards the end also, and continue doing. It's not one day, like, it's life is so long. We have to keep on doing, continue doing, so that we achieve what we want. And at the same time, it's not only achievements of 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the public recognition. It is the public, you know, you know, kind of satisfaction that this person has performed well. He has been useful to the community. So like that, all these things will come with a proper plan and execution. So it's important for you to love what you do and do what you love, so that you will be successful in your career. So you try to ensure that both go hand in hand, and finally you are able to achieve what you want. Generally, you can see that whenever we go for any kind of satisfaction survey, you can do satisfaction survey for yourself also. Okay, so once in a while you can check yourself. I think it is echoing. Some of you please mute. All of you please mute. Okay, mute yourself. Okay, what I was saying that Dr. Raghu, please look into it. Please mute everyone.
Sir, just unmute yourself, sir. Unmute yourself, sir. Top.
Yeah,
Listen.
Okay, you're able to hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what I was saying that, like, work satisfaction is very important. So when you are working in a particular organization, always try to assess yourself in that place. Okay. So whether the work environment where you are going or where you are working, is it well satisfied or not? Is there any leadership issues are there? Whether the focus. Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yeah. So what I was saying that is that the senior leadership is as a person whom you look forward for, and then they give the health benefits or the salary incentives are okay, and then growth opportunities are there in the same company. I think you can try to keep on looking at all these. Then you will be able to assess where you stand, how you stand, and then you can keep on moving forward accordingly. So now I'll try to switch on to the job opportunities available in various industries. I'll try to give you some of the insights about different kinds of industry, what I already highlighted. Let me go to the one industry, that is regulatory affairs. Okay, regulatory affairs is like, see, in India we have a very good regulatory environment as of now. See, when we started in 2000, 2001 to it was like, it was still a like baby step. The government was taking baby step to improve the clinical research industry, pharma industry, bring some, because at that time only India signed for the trips and all. So slowly steps were taken. Now I think as an industry, as a regulatory agency, India is completely having a matured organization. Matured steps are available for so well organized steps are available for various kinds of developments, various kinds of positioning ourselves in the global pharma industry. And you can see that like India is doing very well. It is it's growing very well. It's almost moving towards 57 billion US dollars as a economy, and it is it's one of the third largest in the world as far as the pharma industry is concerned, and it is sixth largest sixth largest as far as pharma industry is concerned. And the economy is concerned, we are going towards the third largest in the volume. And in the manufacturing also, it's when we are talking about manufacturing, India is considered as the pharmacy of the world. Okay, pharmacy of the world, manufacturers, so many manufacturers, 10,500 plus manufacturers are there, and more than 3,000 pharmaceutical companies are involved in marketing products in here in India. And it's accounting, so many. If we see the number of applications what we are doing in US, we are almost touching 40% of the total applications that are done from the world. So in USA, so like this, like the matrices are very encouraging, and it is a very shining industry, I can say. So a lot of companies already have their subsidiaries. I think especially in Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Gujarat, and Haryana, and especially Uttarakhand. In all these places, you can see they're all Rajasthan again. So all these places, you can see lot of industries. They have set up their manufacturing facilities. They are doing excellent job as far as the manufacturing and sales. And so we being almost 1.4 billion population, we are ourselves is the biggest consumers, I can say. And here in India, what is happening, regulations are again evolving to make it more stringent. Recently we saw that there is a PM office communications from the Prime Minister of India. They said that they want to make BAB studies mandatory for all the products that are that are getting marketed in India. So we have clinical trial rules. Look, okay, NDCT 2019 is already in place, and it is being applied, and it is one of the best, I can say, because we have the compensation calculation formula. It is first time in the world they have introduced, and we are able to teach the world that India is always ahead. Chanukyas are still living in India, and they are able to come up with the formulas, especially to cater to the especially the vulnerable subjects, to protect them, to ensure that their safety, well-being, and rights are protected. So like this, we have the guidelines like ICH E6 guidelines are there, ICH GCP, Indian GCP, ICMR guidelines. They are time to time updated. We have all kind of guidelines that are there. Now I would like to tell you that, so where does the pharma industry, which under which ministry it comes under? Okay, you can see that there are two important ministries are important here. One is that Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Another one is Ministry of Chemicals and Petrochemicals and Fertilizers. Okay, so here most importantly, you can see that Ministry of Health and Family Welfare is having the Director General of Health Sciences, and also you can see CDSCO, that is the Central Drugs Standard Control Organization. CDSCO falls under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. But if you see that Ministry of Hello, please all of you mute, please all of you mute. It's for the benefit, my sincere request. Okay, so Ministry of Chemicals and Petrochemicals, you can see here again, that is also like you can see NPPA. Okay, so and then Department of Pharmaceuticals are also there. So in that way, so we are getting affected as Indians, and also as professionals, we will be getting affected by changes, whatever the changes that are announced by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and also Ministry of Chemicals and Petrochemicals. Okay. Other USA or any other European countries, standard treatment guidelines are also released. NABH guidelines are released like this, and including the for the development of pharma products, we have the updated drugs and cosmetic rule, and also the NDCT also. So most important in this in this industry, regulatory industry, is compliance is the key, quality is the key. audits and inspections are the key. So it's very important that like always every organization need to follow the good manufacturing practices, good clinical practices like this, good laboratory practices. All these need to be like NABS. You can see that NABL is there. So IRBs need to oversight the complete conduct of the clinical research like this. So ensure that all documentations are available. In addition to it, no, we are not only working for Indian industry, we are working for the international industry also. So because the regulators immediately they will be behind us, because it is the reputation of India. Okay, so the moment you get the tagline that Indian companies are not doing well, they have the problem, something like that, if it props up in the international market, then all the shares of our country, companies of our India will get down. So it is important for us to retain the rest. Mr. Modi. Okay, so our principal, our Prime Minister, is working very hard to bring that respect, and we are very fortunate that in this period, we even today it is happening. Like even today, G20, G20 is happening. So all 123 countries prime ministers are coming here. I'm seeing for the first time in India that this is happening. So as Indians, we should be proud of all these things, because our people will come and invest in India. People want products coming from India. People want to purchase our products and our, so including drugs, including any vaccines, including anything. So this is a very good sign for all of us to get encouraged and move forward and conquer what we want to achieve. So that is what I'm saying. So like you require like as an industry requires IRBs, subject expert committee members, then medico marketing team, regulatory affairs team. Like regulatory affairs team, they will be working day and night in compiling all the data that is generated by all these people. Then research and development team, like who work on the bench, who off the bench, in the clinic, everywhere. Then academicians, which are who are very important, especially they cater to the patients. They are the people who treat, they monitor, they are the investigators. So like this, whole gamut of activities are done in a synchronized manner, so that everyone gets the benefit of all the activities that are done. So who are the stakeholders? Stakeholders are physicians who are supposed to follow good clinical practice, ethics committee members who are supposed to follow independent approvals, like especially they have to work under the ICMR guidelines, and also like DHR guidelines, and CDSO guidelines. Subject matter expert committees, like like especially these are the people, when you submit CT protocols to the CDSEO, these are the committees who are sitting there and reviewing, and finally technical committee approves it, and finally the CT approvals are done. Similarly, even the new chemical entities or new drug approvals or new medical device approvals, everything is everything need to go through all these subject expert committees, and they will especially I can tell you, I have undergone so many subject expert committee meetings, and I have gone there and presented. I can tell you that every indication, if it is diabetes, there is a separate committee. If it is hypertension, there is a separate committee. If some other indications, pediatric trials, there are separate committees. So like this, in the regulators, they require a lot of support from the academicians and the researchers. So whether you are an academician or whether you are a pharmacist, required at the central level. So basically, like we are all in bank. generally, because it is easy, proximity is very nice, they immediately, like if someone want to go from Chandigarh to Delhi, it's much easier, 2 hours, 3 hours drive, they will go. So similarly, those who are staying in Agra or Himachal Pradesh, they're all nearby, they just travel. But for us, those who are sitting in South India, we have to travel all the way, spend 10,000, 20,000. Sometimes, governments, they have their own constraints in, releasing the funds. They will do it, but they will do it later. But what I'm saying is that, like all these opportunities are there. You can be, if you are good at networking, if you are good at your subject, if you want to be in those such, regulatory bodies, you can very well get into all these. And every clinical research, especially a drug which is a new clean chemical entity undergoing all these research, they need to be, they need to be reviewed by the, regular committees, technical advisory boards, DTAB, or the consultative committees. All these people, they have to keep on continuously give the input, so that you will be able to, get the proper complete conduct of the trials. Now I'm moving towards the clinical research jobs. Okay, so how much time we have spent already? I think we have spent 30 minutes. Let me try to, give you overview of the clinical research industry now. So clinical research industry means, like what comes in front of you. Maybe let me just to break the monotony, let me ask, so one of you, anyone who want to raise, can you please raise, so that I will give an opportunity to speak for 1 or 2 minutes? Hello, someone who is there interested to interact with me? Yeah, someone raised the hands. Ranjita. Okay.
Yes,
Ranjita, can you
yes,
unmute
Dr.
yourself?
Ranjita. Unmute yourself, Dr. Ranjita.
Good
Yeah.
evening, sir.
Good
Myself,
evening.
Dr.
Yeah.
Ranjita. I'm MD Pharmacology, sir.
Okay.
Currently, I'm working in Twin Health as a research physician, sir. I'm
Okay.
working since 3 years as a research physician.
Okay, very nice. Where are you currently located?
In Bangalore, sir.
Oh, very good. Oh, please go ahead, Dr. Ranjita. You did your MD from where?
Sir, I did MD from Yanapoya Medical College, Mangalore, sir.
Oh, Mangalore. Okay, go ahead. Now you can please
Uh,
tell me, like maybe you can put your views across clinical research, what you know, what you want to know from my side. Maybe.
Sir, actually, I'm working as a research physician mainly for the hypertension clinical trial. And
Okay.
this is mainly based on artificial intelligence and machine learning. I
Okay.
like to know is there any other opportunities which are in the same line? Is there any other companies also simultaneously working on the artificial intelligence and machine learning, sir?
Okay. So, is it related to, like, see, currently you said that you are working in some hospital as a clinical research physician, and are you like in the hypertension sector right now? Is
Yes,
it
sir.
hospital, or is it a
No, sir,
hospital or
it
a
is
company?
not. It is a company, sir. It is a
Okay, it
MNC
is a
company.
company.
Yes.
Okay, so they are working on developing the drugs for hypertension using artificial intelligence. Am I right?
Not exactly, sir. It is just a diet modification, lifestyle intervention.
Okay, lifestyle interventions, they are trying to work on it. Okay, see, currently, like as far as my understanding goes, there are so many companies, they are started working on artificial intelligence. But exactly if you ask me which company and all, because it's relatively new to me also. But I'm sure a lot of things will come as far as the artificial intelligence is concerned, because you can see that a lot of machines are like involved in compliance things, compliance, establishing the compliance, and remote monitoring is coming up in a big way. And almost every pharma company, especially, I think I can understand that if you are working in that particular company, what will the future, how the industry will grow, and what kind of future perspective you can expect. Is that what you wanted to know?
Yes, sir. Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I think, from my side, I can tell you that yeah. So now let us get into it. Okay. So from my side, I can tell you that exactly I will not be able to tell you, but I can tell you what can happen in the future. Most of the companies will get into artificial intelligence and, device, getting the devices tagged into all their clinical trial protocols, clinical protocol, clinical trial protocols and data analysis. And also, like, they're all developing the algorithms for identifying the signals. So like, even I can understand that, like, there are some good companies like Philips or BPL or many other, companies who are selling especially, big instruments like MRI or any other, any other instruments or PET scan, whatever the scans, what we can say, all kind of things are coming under the artificial intelligence. So identifying the signals, identifying the hotspots, and monitoring the, patients who are compliant, who are not compliant, identifying the investigator who is good, who is bad, identifying the bad CRF, clinical, research, form, that is the case record forms. So like this, I think everything will come under the, artificial intelligence, and definitely artificial intelligence will have lot of future. And I think you will have a definitely a lot of good future. So, and artificial intelligence will definitely get enrolled, like, automatically it come into the clinical research also. So keeping that in mind, just let me try to give you some understanding what are the different kinds of job opportunities available in the industry. As you know that clinical research means it is for the evaluation of the drug for its usefulness, safety, and adverse events. So in that case, like, you can see that varieties of drugs can be tested: drugs, biologicals, medical devices, for their efficacy, safety, and toxicology. So in that way, it will go from, drug discovery, preclinical, regulatory, CMC, like, chemistry, manufacturing, control, labeling, regulatory, manufacturing, sales, marketing. So everything, all the pharmaceutical industries are dependent on new drug development. Lot of money is spent on that. I will not go into details. If any of you are interested to know, please let me know. You can stop me sometime. Maybe, Raghu, please let me know. Someone, if I'm going too fast, they can, you can just let me know, so that I'll try to give more insights into it. I thought that, these things are generally regularly taught in your classes, so I don't want to spend too much of time in this. So as all of you know, 10,000s of molecules are screened in various phases, and finally one or two molecules get into the research, and it starts from the lab studies to human studies to, extended safety study and efficacy study. So like that, phase 1, 2, 3 phase. So all these trials happens for all of them, like, you can see that a lot of stakeholders, that is the pharmaceutical companies, R&D departments, clinical research organization, and contract research organizations. All these organizations requires clinical research managers, research coordinators, regulatory affairs managers, data managers, medical writers, and then again, like, supporting the drug controller general of India, for especially academicians and all. Ethics committee members are required. Hospitals, again, they require investigators and data coordinators, data managers, again, clinical research coordinators. And then definitely there will be laboratories, accredited laboratories are required, like NABL, NABH. Generally, when I was the, senior manager or director, at that time, if I am supposed to, select a lab, so we will have a checklist, because any regulatory agency, like, if I'm a, investigator, or if I'm a head of a particular department, so I will have to interact and go and meet people and find out what are the strict measures these people have taken to ensure that quality of the data generated is ensured, quality on the data is properly stored, and data is properly, created, and it is reproducible also. Okay, reproducible. Please, watch my words. What I've said, that initially I said that the quality they do it, and also reproducibility of the activities what they have done, and compliance to the audits. Okay, all these are to various regulatory agencies across the world. Okay, and every agency, they would like to come and see your laboratory and see the checklist. Okay, they will definitely, like if you go to varieties of regulatory agencies, you will see a lot of checklists released by these people. Like for as far as in nowadays, and visa is the one which released. It's a Brazilian agency which released very important guidelines as far as the auditing of the CROs are concerned. So we used to check everything and ensure that it's such a comprehensive checklist. I can tell you, we can go and ensure that every department is compliant with it. So like that, even our own DCGI is also has released, and European agency, FDA agency. So everyone, I have faced all these audits. Okay, they have come to us, they have audited our facilities, they have audited our books, like whatever the clinical patient records. So we have to ensure that no problems are there in your records. Okay, they and the documents, every issue is addressed. Okay, every in the clinical CRF, the case record forms, every entry that is made should be properly maintained, and also it is reproducible. Or if any data is fabricated, okay, suppose if any, like no, it happened earlier. Okay, so there are a lot of quality issues raised, and because of that some companies are also closed also. Someone did not do the job, just they fabricated the data, they took some other patient's ECG and then attached to this the your case record form, and they thought it will nobody will recognize, but it was identified, and then finally they have the company need to close. So like this, like quality issues need to be properly ensured. Alert, those don't you should ensure that no such issues arises. So as a as a professional, if you are interested to enter into the clinical research, so you can see lot of opportunities are available: entry level, mid level, senior level. So like right from the clinical data coordinator to business development officer, regulatory executive, co-investigator, drug safety. You can see that not only doctors are there, you can see some of them are pharmacies. Pharmacies are there, biotechnology people are there. I have given, like, actually fortunately God gave me opportunities to be the head of the department from almost throughout my career. So in that case, I have chosen many people from different sectors, right from the B Pharma, M Pharma, or biotechnology, MSc, nutrition, and those people who had good skills, like writing skills, good communication skills, interpersonal skills. When they are mingling with the people properly, working with the people properly, understanding and people properly, helping each other. So all these accounted, I can see all of them are doing very well in their career, and some of them are settled in different countries, USA, Australia, or any other in the Middle East, or European countries. Like this, I can see a lot of lot of growth in their career. And then they can move to next levels, like the clinical research associate, study coordinator, investigator, and then study the director of the projects, director of clinical research, the data manager, director of regulatory affairs. Like this, like opportunities are there. And if you can improve your horizon, and if you can broaden your horizon, the way you look at yourself, and you can do a lot of things, what you think today it is impossible, they all will like you can destroy all these, that something which is no, you did not dream about it. So you can start thinking about all this. So many like see, today one day you can be in a contract research organization side, maybe after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, you may be in the pharmaceutical organization side also. So in that case, when you are in the receiving end, you will start giving the studies to the people, you will become sponsor. Generally, sponsor means they have a, like, in good clinical practice, you can see that they have a set of responsibility to ensure that everything, because they are the owners of the data, they have to ensure that the proper right CRO is selected, right drug is properly manufactured, patient volunteers, patient and volunteers care is taken care, doctors are compensated properly, clinical research managers are given their responsibilities, ensure that they do their job, and also communicate well with the DCGI, communicate well with the ethics committees, communicate well with the every investigators who are sitting at hospital, and then ensure that the accredited laboratories are properly selected, they do their job, and then regulatory communications happens properly and timely also. Okay, because separately I can tell you some of the safety related information need to go in a fixed manner. Like in India, every SAE should be reported within 14 days and immediate intimation has to go. So like this, some of the timelines are there for every 6 months. If you are supposed to give PSUR, so you have to give like that. Like some fixed roles are there. Like see in industry, a person who has the skills, he will never be jobless. Okay, so you will definitely get a job one or the other way. Okay, so data managers are there, medical writers are there, so they are all like also pharma companies is the originator, but they will have to give work for everyone. See, what is the advantage of pharmaceutical company? They will be spending money, but what is the advantage of the people who are working in the contract research organizations? Suppose one pharma company does not do well, their life does not come to stand there itself, so the one more company will come and give their projects, or another company, like you can like you are contract, you since you are a contractor, so you will be working for many companies, you will be sitting in one company and working for many other companies. If you are working in a pharmaceutical company, you are working in one company, but you will be working with many contractors, and the way you interact, the way you develop yourself, the way you communicate effectively, your success will follow. Okay, so you will become a successful manager in one or the other way. Most important is what I was saying, qualification is important. Okay, your commitment towards the work and people is very important. Professionals, like you should have a proper education and experience so that you will get into the industry. So suppose if you are an MD pharmacology, will I be able to, you will have a question, sir, I'm an MD pharmacology, will I be taken immediately or not? Do I need to do any kind of any kind of additional qualifications required or not? So I can tell you that if you are a good communicator, if you are a good like you have to aim yourself to particular particular job. Okay, suppose so one doctor said, like Moin, he said that he want to become a teacher, then his he can start working towards that, ensure that he has good knowledge, he has good understanding of various what is written in the various books, and make notes, make PPTs, and start talking to the mirror, I would say, because mirror should be your first student, and ensure that like you speak confidently, fluently, effectively, and in a very impressive way, so that the students are able to, nowadays I can tell you the students are able to understand what you are saying, they are able to learn, they appreciate what you are teaching. So why I'm telling you this, now we have the CBME, that is a competency based medical education, and NMC is also very innovative. It was not like when I was student, it was not like this. Like now you can see that now I am teacher, I can understand that like academics is no less than industry. Okay, no less than pharmaceutical industry. They definitely require a good communication skills. Those who are who can fit into pharmaceutical industry, they will also need to be like even the academicians need to be so much fit and ready to occupy the positions, because the demand is so much. I can understand that the demand is so much, one need to be ready. Okay, one need to be ready to deliver properly, because you are getting good salary in academics also. So like this I can say tell that like most importantly, you should target a particular industry, get ready for that particular industry, and ensure that your skills are up to mark when you go there. Oh, and I can tell you, good communication skills and your attitude definitely matters to ensure that you get the subsequent work. See, we why I used one word, subsequent work. Okay, so you please understand this. I did not mean that okay, you will be out of work. No, you will be having a work. But like if you want to progress in your life and you are recognized and you people keep coming back to you, if you want such things to happen to you, then you need to have good attitude. You should be receptive. You should ensure that what you want to deliver is you should be responsible what you are doing. Okay, so that the people will keep on coming back to you. And as I said, like there are varieties of requirements are there, especially like English literature. Why it is required? Because you will be writing lot of documents, and they are inspected, they are verified, so they are required. And also translation need to be done, especially the documents like ICFs, like informed consent forms, and drug study information forms. All these things need to be properly translated. Not only English, even local languages expertise is also required. So then you should have a good understanding of pharmacology, medicine, and all these professionals. I can say that someone coming from pharmacology or pharmaceuticals studies, they can join industry. And same thing, those who are coming from hospital side, they will be able to join. So like this, those who are from information technology, now it has become very important, because I think without information technology, we will not be able to live nowadays. So even today, now I am talking online, and remote monitoring is happening. Devices are coming in place. Like wearable disease devices, artificial. Everything is coming in, and now like every job what I'm today I'm doing, almost in the information technology has invaded everywhere. And management of everything, even management things are almost half of the things are taken care by the information technology. You should have good understanding of numbers, that is biostatistics what I mean. There also you should have good like designing of the studies, and data collection in a proper method, and the kind of so that you will be able to analyze the data properly. So proper planning of all these are required. Why law is become, like you can see that almost all parts of the clinical research is coming under the law nowadays, because NDCT is a rule. Okay, it's a GSR, gazetted notification rule. Okay, so if it is a rule, then it is the law of the land, and we all are bound. And if you violate, including ethics committee, including investigator, including sponsor, everyone, if they violate, then they will be behind bar. So one need to be very careful about all the activities. And you can see there, you can see here a kind of organogram. See, in any clinical research organization, you will have a medical department, that is the medical advisor, medical monitor, pharmacovigilance. I think Dr. Raghu is doing that. Then quality is there, like quality auditors and quality control executives, and they will also be responsible for training. And then you have a regulatory department who help you to file the application, get the approvals, and again file the reports. And then other services like finance, human resources, trial supplies, all these are support services are there. Then CR, project management, these are the people who makes the contracts, follow the contracts, and ensure that required number of people are working, required amount is coming timely, and communicate with the sponsors, ensure that like all timelines are there, and communicate with all the stakeholders, including head, quality, regulatory, biometry, other services. Everyone will be managed by the project management department. And then biometry is the one like which talks about the data and statistics, and medical writing department which takes care of the remaining activities. So that all the activities, like for all of them, I suppose if you are executing a phase 3 multinational trial of 1,000 people, I can tell you more than 1,000 people will be working for that project. Okay, so but they may not be sitting sitting in one place, but they will be sitting in different places, including different countries, but they all will be working in one project. So you can see the amount and extent, not only one day. Okay, they will be working throughout the year. Maybe one trial. Suppose if I say 6 months is the monitoring, and that trial requires minimum 2 years to complete the work. Okay, so if it is 2 years, you can imagine 1,000 people working on 2 year, same project for 2 years and getting the data out and reports ready for submission. So much of tremendous amount of work has to be done by everyone. Okay, so I think I don't need to tell by this time, that. So clinical research industry requires so many people from different, right from the MBBS, is a BDS, BAMS, BVS to MSc biochemistry, or biotechnology, zoology, or pharmaceutical science, computer science. Everyone is required for to ensure that data is properly analyzed. Now I just want to, so now I would like to, maybe 1 minute, maybe I can give a gap and talk to one of the participants. So anyone want to speak now? So hello, all of you are enjoying the talk. Hope everyone is fine. Anyone? Hello, Dr. Raghu,
Yes, sir.
how are you? Is it going fine?
Yeah, it's going
Okay,
fine,
so
sir. You can continue.
very good. Okay, now maybe can I speak to someone here? Anyone want to speak regarding BAB industry? Anyone?
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Good
please.
evening, sir.
Your good name?
Sir,
Please,
Dr. Kanav.
please introduce yourself.
Myself is Dr. Kanav. Sir, I recently joined as a SR in my college in Punjab.
Okay, very good.
Sir, actually, I was interested in industry, sir, but there is a compulsion of bond service of 1 year.
Very good.
So, sir, my basic question is
Your
that
good name? Your good name? Your good name?
Sir, Kanav, Dr. Kanav.
Kanav. Kanav.
Yes.
Okay, okay. You are from Chandigarh?
No, sir, Punjab. Sir,
Punjab.
from
From? Hello?
Faridkot, Punjab, sir. Faridkot Medical
Faridkot.
College.
Faridkot. Faridkot. Please go ahead. Yeah, please tell me.
Sir, actually, I wanted to join industry. So, as per I said before that because of the bond service, I have to join as a SR here. So, sir,
Yes.
my basic question is, can I do some course or something to for get a better hand in industry after 1 year whenever I join, sir?
Yeah. I think you asked a very important and relevant question as far as the understanding, because we all know that in the academics as an MD pharmacology subject. Okay, so you will be getting lot of knowledge related to drugs, their actions, adverse drug reactions, and all those things, and you will do a project. So what project you have taken?
Sir, thesis project was my on epilepsy, sir, childhood epilepsy.
Childhood epilepsy. What kind of study it is?
Sir, I have seen the adverse drug reaction and quality of life in
Oh, okay.
childhood.
Okay, it's related to post-marketing understanding of the study, right? Now, I can,
Yes, yes,
I can consider in that way. So, if we are talking about clinical research or the monitoring activities, then it's coming under the post-marketing, surveillance of activities.
yes, sir.
So, this is how. So, in that way, you are trying to understand the safety aspect of the drugs in the children. So once
Yes,
whenever they had the epileptic attack like that, right?
yes,
Because the drugs need to be taken for long. See, what is your exact question?
Sir, which any type of course which
Yeah,
I can do,
course.
sir, because yes,
Yes.
sir, because sir,
See, there
as
are
per
yeah. There are
sir,
various companies are offering courses. What you require is that whenever you go to industry, so industry readiness comes with proper good presentation skills. Okay, see, if you are, see, industry is very big. Okay, industry is very big. Till now I have talked about regulatory and the clinical research industry. I'll be talking about medical writing, and I will be talking about medical affairs. I'll be a pharmacovigilance and also BABE. Okay, na BABE sector. So you will have to decide which type of company you would like to go. Okay, now, so what is your, do you have any understanding about it?
Sir, before sir, 1 month before our result,
Yeah.
sir, I have tried in Sun Pharma and AstraZeneca. So, sir, they asked me to give an interview, but before that, I got my SR joining.
No, my question is, what kind of,
Yes,
what type of company? Do, is it
sir,
pharma company? Is it a contract research organization, or is it,
it's
what kind of
pharma
company
company,
you
sir.
would like?
Pharma
Pharma
company
company.
is medical advisor.
As a medical advisor, yes. You know, see, if I, as a medical advisor, if you are going, I think I will park your question here. I will come back again because I will be speaking on medical affairs related job orientation, proper requirement. See, in this, you know, in the medical affairs thing, it's a very interesting job. Okay, it's a very interesting job which will help the, you know, pharma company to, you know, showcase their product to the customers. Okay, especially the doctors, the patients, and to the pharmacists, and to the pharma companies, or who are, you know, selling it, or marketing authorization holders. So like this, so you need to ensure that, you know, like, the one is most important, try to, you know, have the full understanding of the particular subject or therapeutic area, and then you need to be able to properly communicate, you know, effective communication to the stakeholders. Okay, the doctors or the expert advisors, or you know, like any associations like pharmacy, like especially like any cardiology association, diabetic association, like that, you know, like you will be occupying the center stage to, you know, like educate various stakeholders. Based on your education, your company sales will be done. So the success, entire success of the financial success of the company will be dependent on you. So for that reason, what you, I think if you are interested in doing an MBA, please go ahead doing, you know, MBA pharmaceutical science is also available. Various universities gives you, and in addition, very good understanding. Like, you know, if you are, suppose if you are targeting a particular company, you should know their company profile. What are the drugs they are selling? What are the therapeutic areas they are into? And in which therapeutic area you would like to get in. You should have the complete A to Z, right from the physiology to pharmacology to, you know, anatomy, physiology, pharmacology, biochemistry, everything related to that particular disease. And coming into the therapeutics, medicine, surgery, OBG, whatever the areas where that, you know, information. And in addition to it, you should have good understanding about all the research that is done, all the major trials that are done on that particular therapeutic area. And you should have a, you know, proper complete review of complete understanding of that particular therapeutic area. Suppose if it is multiple, so it's usually like, you know, people will talk about oncology or diabetes. Like if you see it, no one nowadays, it is diabetes. Okay, diabetes is there, and also some coagulation diseases are there, or weight. Okay, na, body weight management. So like this, you know, so like this, every company, like if you go to Eli Lilly, again, it's a big company, and they have biologicals, they have other devices, and so many things. So you will have to, you know, target yourself. You should ensure that you understand the company culture, and you should, if you project yourself, if you position yourself, like, most importantly, you should position yourself in such a way that people want you there. Okay, na? They want to, they will be behind you. I will tell you, they will give you money, whatever you want, but you should have the proper skills there. Okay, na? So communication skills, effective communication skills. Okay, present as many seminars as possible, present as many, you know, topics as possible, attend as many conferences as possible, learn as much as possible. You should be the superpower as far as the information to that particular therapeutic area is concerned. Okay, you should become like that. You should be the sought out person for giving the, you know, knowledge in that particular, you know, is a therapeutic area. So if you become like that, I can tell you, you will be the dawn of that particular therapeutic area. And once you become a dawn of that, and people will be behind you, and people will, you know, ready to spend as much as possible, not only in India, in other countries also. So hope I have given you some idea how you should progress forward to become a best person in the so best sort out person in that particular therapeutic area. Is that fine? Hello? Okay. So can I move forward?
Yes, sir. Please move.
Yeah, yeah. So I will not spend much time. I will. Hello? Anyone has? Okay. So let me go ahead. So I will not spend much time on BAB area because it is almost similar to clinical research industry what I just discussed you. But you can see that again it will also have, you can see that regulatory is there, for quality assurance team is there, bioanalytical. This is something which is different, like what you see in BAB area where you will have a lot of LCMS and controlled. Let's say like a kind of laboratory area. So where all the samples are processed and all data is collected and analyzed. But otherwise, clinical operations side, you can see that head of the clinical operations and investigators, screening physicians, and all those people will be there. Just 1 minute. Okay, thank you. So what I was saying that again, you will have data coordinators, nurses, lab physicians, lab technicians will be there, pharmacists, custodian means these are the people who take care of the volunteers. Dietitian is required because usually pharmacokinetic studies are done with a particular diet, before diet, after diet. If they are doing after diet, then what is the after meals means what is the kind of diet you need to give. So proper, and also ensuring the counseling of all the all the participants so that they comply with the protocol. Volunteer recruitment is another bigger challenge which need to be addressed. So you need to ensure that continuous flow of volunteers are there so that your studies can keeps on going on. So like this, quality assurance department, bioanalytical department, clinical operations department, and again biometrics, that is data management, data storage, data medical writing, all these are also there. They generally becomes the part of the part of the clinical operations itself. And you can see that whole lot of activities goes on what I just talked about. And right from the pre-study, during the study, and post-study, there will be a lot of activities, especially volunteer recruitment and data management, database management. We need to do the database management, and then ethics committee related interactions will be there, volunteers related interactions, informed consent, then study admissions, and again dosing, collection of samples, collection of blood samples, collection of data, management of the data, and then finally completion of the data, the completion of the study, and then post study bioanalysis will happen, and the data data analysis, the sample analysis will happen, and again study statistical analysis and reporting will happen. So it's almost similar to any clinical research activity, but it's a little bit, it happens in a controlled environment in one place. Now let me try to tell you about pharmacovigilance industry. So again, pharmacovigilance industry is again another very interesting and important career. But it is having a fixed fixed method of living, or fixed method of going ahead with the collection of data and analysis of the data, identifying the signals and case processing, writing the narratives, and then review the work done and ensure that the quality work is done. And then definitely like IT systems, again here also they play a very important role as far as the ensuring all the softwares are working fine, systems are working fine, and the call centers are working fine. So like this, like various types of activities are continuously going on. So IT support will help in all those. And case processing, if you see that generally, what is this pharmacovigilance industry? You may be wondering what is this all about. So I can tell you it is nothing but individual case report processing system. Okay, individual safety case report. Okay, now that is the, suppose if any patient develops an adverse event, it is documented whether it is known or unknown. If it is unknown, whether it is serious, non-serious. If it is known, again serious or non-serious, it will be there. So is it an SAE or is it not an SAE? So once it becomes, suppose there are timelines are there. So like one need to be reported within 8 days, one need to be reported within 15 days, especially in the international sector. But in India, everything need to be reported within 14 days. So like this, there are timeline, time-bound activities are done. So if that is the case, again, pharmacovigilance industry. So what do? They take one individual cases, they ensure that that is updated into the RISG. Okay, now there are varieties of there are varieties of softwares are there. So for that, in that, Argus, RSG, like this, maybe many more will come. As for Visualize, Vigibase, all these different names are used, but Vigiflow is something what we all know, so we will be uploading it. Once the data is entered there, see the way it will go in a particular manner. The data, there are varieties of windows will be there. RSG and Argus softwares also will be there. Okay, so you have to enter the data in a particular form, particular way. Narratives need to be written, and that need to be again reviewed by a reviewer, medical reviewer, and then it will keep on moving to the next stage, and then it gets accumulated into the database. And every company has an obligation that after every fixed amount of time, okay, after the drug is there in the market, so they are supposed to give the update, safety update to the regulators continuously, and it is the life cycle management, complete life cycle management need to be done. So in that way, you will get a continuous, job. There is no end for this pharmacovigilance process. So, and one more thing's advantage is that you will get the old drugs to monitor, new drugs to monitor, and then the removed drugs to be suppose if a new drug comes back after it is removed from the market, again you have to monitor. And if it is again, suppose in one country it is removed, but other countries, every country will not remove it, again we have to monitor in that country also. So like this, the job keeps on going on, so there is no end for it. Okay, so anyone, especially pharmacy, B pharmacy, M pharmacy, dental, or biotechnology graduates, they will enter into the industry of pharmacovigilance as drug safety associate, senior drug safety associate, team leader, team manager. And maybe I have seen many of my team members I hired, like in 2007 itself. I think that time it was new, completely a new area, pharmacovigilance. It was not at all there in India, and I'm the person who was fortunate that I was invited to go to UK, and there I got trained on pharmacovigilance, and I came back again, and then I implemented the same, all the training, and along with the other members, right, from the USA and Germany and other places and Singapore, everyone, they pitched in, and they helped me to create the team of 40 people, and then we started processing for various companies. So like this, like this, pharmacovigilance activity, it has now become very mature, and there is a structured process is there, and it's a kind of 24 hours. It keeps on going on. So again, medical writing again required in this place also, especially. What is that need to be done? So again, like they will be writing narratives, they will be writing safety reports, they will be writing PSURs, DSURs, so many URs, many update reports. Okay, so there will be PSBBR, so like that. The varieties of reports are there. So all these need to be written, and for reviewing, like those who are having very good understanding of terminologies, disease process, and ensuring that it is meeting to the regulators requirements, you should have very good understanding of the guidelines. Okay, there are good pharmacovigilance practice guidelines are there, good data management guidelines are there, and also you should be thorough with all these ICH guidelines. There are so many guidelines are there. You need to have good understanding of all these guidelines to ensure that you comply with the what the regulators requires. So medical reviewers, senior medical reviewer, managers, so then directors, so many, like, medical director, chief medical officer, like this, pharmacovigilance industry, the people are growing, growing, and they're all working in the industry. Only thing, you should have proper patience, understanding. Okay, like, nothing happens overnight. So if you want to, grow in a particular area, so you should have patience and happiness, and also, cooperate with the company's ups and downs, so that you will be able to do well in their company. Again, quality management is required. So generally, graduates, postgraduates of pharmacy, yeah, medicines, they will be, recruited there to ensure that they are supporting the company. Again, IT is there everywhere, and again, pharmaceutical, especially pharmacovigilance, is a completely a IT based organization. So with this, I'll complete the pharmacovigilance. Maybe, so can I move ahead, Ravi, with the one more next area? So should I
Yes, sir.
take one question? Maybe should I say take one question from
No,
anyone
sir.
to break the monotony?
Yeah, we can move.
We'll go ahead. We will go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Due
yeah.
to time
Okay.
constraint, it
So,
will go ahead, sir.
yeah, due to time constraint, I will just go ahead, maybe another 10 minutes, maybe 10-15 minutes I will take to ensure that there are two more industries are there, that is medico marketing and also medical affairs. Okay.
Yes.
So medico marketing is something I think many MD pharmacologists and pharmacy people, they will be aiming for this, for these positions. And generally, MD pharmacologists are, a kind of unique course. They would have spent already 8-10 years in pharmacology department, right, as an MBBS student and also as an MD student. Okay. And again, pharmacy people, they are also, trying to, gain the good amount of knowledge, especially from the clinical point of view, drug utilization point of view, and also the safe use of like a medication error management or prescribing, quality management, and all those areas they have tried themselves to establish themselves and gain good amount of knowledge. Generally, what the pharma company expect, like whom do they hire? Okay, generally, like, so you may be thinking that, it's a high-fi job, and it will be having a lot of travels and all those things. But what are the expectations? And it's not that always, rosy picture what you see here. It's not always that. So you will have to travel to different places. You will have to, meet people. You will have to present yourself. You should be, it is definitely, good career, but it also expects a lot of things. What is your expectation? Generally, pharma industry is open for everyone. Okay, now it does not say that I will not recruit this person, that person, or anything. See, an M Pharma, I have seen M Pharma becoming a CEO of a company, and an M Pharma who worked as a, a pharmacist, and then they, like Sun Pharma, they are owning a company, and again, like that, like so many, companies are owned by pharmacists. So similarly, MD pharmacologists, now they are getting into varieties of data companies or artificial intelligence companies. They are doing a lot of jobs. So the companies, like they don't expect anything. So they expect you to be having good attitude, good, good intentions to do good things, and ability to learn, and ability to, cope up. But definitely, as an MD pharmacologist, you should have come up with, fixed skills which you would have already acquired. So what is medical affairs? Medical affairs means it is the department which aligns within the commercial organization, but is concerned with pre and post approval drug or device. See here, so when what is this medical affairs department? Medical affairs department means this is the department which commercializes the all the, products that are developed by various departments, which I just spoke about it. Okay, so as you know that, money plays everything, and medical affairs is the one which backs the development of that money. Okay, so the bringing the that money back to, back to industry. Okay, now so otherwise, like they would have spent in R&D, they would have spent in medical writing, there's pharmacovigilance and drug development, like, clinical research, everywhere they are spending. But here, this is the place where they have to earn. So, and I can tell you, any other industry may die, but this industry, that's especially medical affairs industry, will never die. It will definitely the choice, and it will keep on continuing. It will not, it will continue to, it is the base, I can say, it is the money earning. This is the most important machine through which the money comes back to the organization. So it is the root cause of all the other, outputs. Okay, whatever, like they are doing research, if they are successful here in the medical affairs, then they will be putting more money to others, like research development and development of new products. And also in that way, medical affairs is a very important department. And see, medical affairs department is the one, like back end department which steers everything. Okay, which steers everything. They will tell you that how much money will come, how much to invest in which indication, and they will have a complete market understanding. Okay, what is the trend of the market, what is the happening, especially at the basic research, what is happening at the commercial research, clinical research, or any other research, what is happening, and they will have understanding what will be the demand for the future. So they will completely have the market access, market share understanding, what is the profits, everything they will have, and how much data is required, what kind of data is required, who is for which country, what how many patients to be enrolled, how much see, I can tell you that if any company from the international country, they want to come and 100 subjects data in one arm, it means that minimum 200 subjects data is required. Suppose if it is a pediatric study, minimum 100 patients data is required for for filing an application. So like this, guidelines will keep on asking you particular amount of data. And suppose one product is released today, okay, so then they will give you with a condition saying that you need to come back to me after 1 year with 1000 patients data after introducing the product into the market. And they will also say that suppose you got the marketing approval today, and this will be valid for 3 years, so that you come back and tell me that no, how the product is doing. So like this, there will be conditions for a company when they get the approval, and you need to comply with that. So for complying such data requirements, so who is going to generate, who is going to plan, what kind of trials to be done, what kind of patients to be recruited, and who is the physician, which physician I should target. So the physicians, again, in that particular therapeutic area, suppose otherwise if you go to a general physician, he will say, sir, I hardly write this medicine, why will I become your investigator? So I'll not be able to treat, I am not qualified to do it. So what I'm saying is, when you are in the medical affairs, you should have the complete understanding of who is your customer, what is his behavior, what is his understanding, what does he require, what kind of knowledge requirements are there, how I can give, where I can give the information, and how I can engage this person. See, now a lot of debates are happening. You might have heard that recently one regulation came that all prescriptions should be in generic, no brand name should be written. So then after 1 week it was withdrawn. So you may be thinking that all pharma companies have gone and pressurized. I don't think it is like that, because most of the doctors, every organization, they wrote to the regulators saying that this is completely impractical, it is no way possible, and finally they have to withdraw it. And then pharma companies would have like, see, without the pharma companies, without the proper branded, we can't ensure that which is that like brand is good for me. Because as a physician, I also treated patients. When I am treating a patient, I require a particular like understanding. Okay, if I use this company product, this is the result what I can get. So many times, like I myself, when I used some of the generic products, I was not convinced. Either the taste is not good, or it's results are not coming up. So we don't know what is the reason. So again, research has to happen. So like this, if so, I can't keep on experimenting on a particular brand or a particular generic name and all. So sometimes, yes, now as per the guidelines required, you need to write brand name, you need to write generic name, and all those things are there. So accordingly, see, this is one of the important things. What I'm telling you is that as a medical affairs person, you should have what is happening, current affairs. Okay, in a pharma company, if you go there, no, the people are more interested in gossiping about the what is happening in the industry, gossiping about what are the regulations that are coming in. So which country is playing what, how they are changing their regulations, where they are moving out. So what kind of, what is the prospectus of? So you may be wondering that, when I was in Novo Nordisk, there was a Brexit happened. Okay, so Brexit happened means, what is that going to happen? Like, why should we worried about it? Our company was very much, after it, what will happen? Finally, Brexit was signed and they exited. Britain came out of this European Union. So in that case, why should we worry? Because if you see, Novo Nordisk, they have the products worldwide, almost to 140, 160 countries. Everywhere the insulins are sold, and it is all their top brands are there. And if the Brexit happens, then generally all our registrations are with the European Union control. So many countries, and if one country goes out, Britain can be one of the most important country. If that happens, then like we'll have to apply again. How are we going to monitor? How are we going to market the product? What is the rules that are going to affect me? How are we going to see, you can see that chain reactions that can happen. That's what I'm saying. See, there are a lot of things which can happen, like because of political change, because of the geographical change, because of so many other regulation change. So as a medical affairs person, you should be completely continuously aware of what is current affairs, what is happening. Like maybe like I was seeing that some of my company colleagues, they were always watching which product is they are discussing in FDA. So which product is going to come, and especially in biologicals. Okay, so we were working on semaglutide. So another person here, Lira, another person company was working another type of glutide. Suppose if they get released their product first, so my product, what will happen? How they are positioning? Ours was once a week, whether they are in the same category or not. So how we are going to counter, or how you going to argue that our product is better? See, like this, I can tell you that lot of sequential things will go in our mind when we are talking about this, pharma medical affairs. That's why, so if you are able to, get ready for all these things, and that's why, you should study not only science, also general science also. Okay, you should have good understanding of current affairs, regulatory affairs, and clinical research guidelines, and again the regulatory and so many things. So I think I have given you the overview, so you can see that medical affairs requires good strategy, governance, data generation, data information, data distribution. Okay, then knowledge management, partnership and interaction management, community level, and at the KOL levels. KOL means key opinion leader level. Okay, so like this, again, you, in addition to that, all these current affairs what I was talking, again, if you come back to the, if you are coming back to the science part, okay, so you are not left behind there. Also, you have to have the first hand information about which therapeutic products are coming in, what publications are happening, especially in diabetic area. Means, like especially now what is happening is glutides are happening. Okay, so in that case, which are I think one more, that's the semaglutide. No, this one more is happening, which is that product, the one which sodium, SGLT2 in inhibitors. So like this, like if that is happening, if that product become more popular, what will happen to my insulin? Okay, na. So how the sales will get affected? So like this, like again, you need to rework on it, publications and non-interventional studies. So you will have to health economic studies outcomes. You need to then train your like workforce, like so everywhere doctor cannot go and educate everyone. So most importantly, medical reps will be there. So they need to undergo training. They will go there and plan your future research activities, plan the meetings, advisory board meetings, and also all these things will continue. and varieties of jobs are there, varieties of terminologies they use to identify a medical affairs. See, medico marketing is a, I think it is a misnomer. Okay, so don't think that like medical affairs, medical affairs means it's a medical marketing. I'll be made a medical rep and I'll be standing in front of the doctors to similar to medical rep, and I'll be selling. No, no, nothing like that. Okay, so no job is inferior, no job is superior. All jobs are important. Okay, so all jobs are having for and backdrops. So we need to take everything, manage everything effectively. In that way, you will be able to succeed in life. Expectations again, there are twists are there. You should have a good communication. You should have good clinical acumen, and again strategic decision making. Alternate intelligence is very important here. Okay, so how you will overcome with the problem? You should have that problem solving skill. There will be a lot of problems will happen in the marketing stage. Like some products are about to come and get imported. They will get stuck in some port somewhere, and you will have to ensure that that is released properly so that your market supply happens. Because your patients, especially insulin coming from imagine insulin coming from Netherlands, it's not Denmark, and they get remanufactured wild here in India. They get transmitted throughout India, and also so some of the other other countries like Nepal, Bhutan, and Malaysia, or Bangladesh. So imagine how you are able to do supply so much of drugs to so many people who are entirely dependent on this. If you imagine, suppose one day insulin is not supplied to the whole world, what will happen? Okay, so like that, like you need to have that broad understanding. For that, you need to practice, do a lot of pedagogy, the journal clubs, seminars, and then do your thesis work properly. Do the it will help you experiments. If you are doing, then it will teach you patience, preparation, analysis method. Department exams will help you handle the stress and all, and then you can overcome with the challenges by becoming subject matter expert. And then you can claim the contents, communication skills maintained, stakeholder management. So you will have to interact with the people, data management need to be done. So like this, most important is you should be ethical. One example I would like to tell you here is a rosiglitazone. Initially, it was found that like rosiglitazone, Avandia was it was manufactured and worked out by SmithKline Beckham. Later, they buried the study, and they were not happy with the results. Later, SmithKline Beckham and GSK both there was a merger of the companies, and then GSK took over the company, and they wanted to file. Then there was a lawsuit happened, and at that time they were supposed to all the 6 trials data need to be made public. That was made public, and again GSK tried suppressing the one of the investigators finding, and but that did not succeed. But finally Nissan publishes all the data, and then after that FDA puts a regulation saying that Avandia needs a warning, strong warning is required. After that, sales of the it was also found that it increases the heart risks and all. And finally the company sales total, because of one molecule, almost 10% of 10% of the shares of the GSK came down. Okay, so like this it can happen, like medical affairs plays a very important role, and it's a important one which can help the patient centric development of strategy you need to make. Market driven launch model need to be established. Medically led stakeholders engagement need to be done, and you will be the custodian of risk and benefits of that particular product. Okay, so you will have evidence generation, scientific exchange of information, stakeholder management. All these your job profile will include all these things. And if you search about medical marketing, you will see that so many companies are looking for people. So in the medical affair, medical writing, I'll quickly close the talk in another 2 minutes. Okay, so medical writing is it's another important area. where people are, they can find jobs. And it's a something, it's a very flexible job. It is made of both science and art of writing. And why you need to enter into the, suppose if you get interested in this area, so it's not a bad area, and I'm sure it's a very enriching area also. And medical writing is what I day to day, every day I practice by writing some article, either in the local language, or in the medical journal, or in the like book release. So many things, everywhere medical writing is one which helps you to improve your language understanding of the subject. And after all doing everything, if you start writing, I'm sure you will learn better. So in that way, self satisfaction will be there. But it's not only self satisfaction, it is also having a lot of money also. Varieties of activities can be done. Currently it is 3.15 billion billion market, but it can raise up to, in another next 10 years, it can raise up to almost double or triple, I can say. So it can go up to that much of revenue. And it is a growing continuously. The medical writing in the industry is growing and growing. And a lot of companies are there, like it can be contract research organizations, IT based companies. They can be, or they can start with clinical study report for preparation, or clinical trial safety narratives, like what I said in pharmacovigilance industries. Or it can be like every industry what I talked about all this time, every industry requires medical writing jobs. Okay, medical writing activities keeps going on. So in that way, we require people to work in all these regulatory affairs, medical education, promotional literature, publication writing, or it can be clinical trial related document preparations, and then marketing authorization applications, publication support, or sales and marketing support, or media communications. So you can see that like lot of jobs are there everywhere, right from the CTT modules to DSUR, PSUR, like this, slides deck preparation, conference preparations, product label preparation, patient narratives, like this. You can see a lot of things that are there here. And opportunities, like it's a very flexible. You can be freelancer, you can have a company, you can communicate effectively, or you can, in communication agencies can be there, contract research organizations can be there. So like this, varieties of positions. You can see that pharma industries, they can have investigator brochure, protocol, patient information literature, PSUR, like this. And then regulatory industry has regulatory submission protocol, clinical trial expert, or manuscript, posters, substract, like any educational industries are there. Then you can also have different formats of medical educations can be there. Varieties of companies are working on this sector, like Novartis, Eli Lilly, Sanofi, Quintiles, TCS, like this. So a lot of companies, advantages, so this industry is very mature as of now. And it will give a lot of experience to the people, a lot of satisfaction will be there. And I suggest all of you to go through. So what kind of skill sets are required? Like writing skills are required, communication skills are required, personal, like one need to have that, understanding. The person need to be like, self development is required. Every time you should ensure that you want to grow, you want to perform better, and you should be a team player, and you should have attention to details. When you are writing something, every sentence what you should test yourself. You should ensure that whether this dot is required, or exclamation is required, or any a comma is required, or semicolon is required. So like that, no, attention to details is required. Client management, timelines management, self motivation, all these things are important parts of your. It's not only one industry, many industries require this kind of thing. Team playing is required. So process of hiring need to be like, so you can start with medical writer, can get into manager level and head medical writing. So challenges are there. So your language should be good, grammar should be good, punctuation, as I just mentioned, global experience. You will get global experience over a period of time, because most important, you should also think globally. You may be working in local companies, but those companies will be working globally. So you should have a good understanding about like using so you like writing the proper writing method. Okay, so now I have reviewed so many articles that used to come to any like journals, and I see very pathetic publications, and I find that's why many times I don't like reviewing the article itself, because like writing is so bad, and what to comment, what not to comment, it's a very big thing for me. So like that, like if you are able to do, maybe you will be worried that when I submit an article, nobody accept it. Yes, like you have to think from the reviewer's point of view. You have to think from the customer's point of view. You should think that what is the regulatory point of view. So standard, the things are like you should. There are courses are available. Medical writing courses are there. Associations are there. So try to work around all these and improve your writing skills. And thank you so much, Ravi, the Raghu, for giving me the opportunity. Hope I was able to justify justify your interest to learn in this sector of job opportunities in clinical. We discussed, just to summarize, most importantly, we discussed about varieties of industries, why we need to start working in a particular industry, or what are the like job satisfaction and your needs, and the future goal objectives. Everything you should keep in mind when you are trying to get into a job, and you should align yourself and then work forward, look forward for a good good progress. Hope that all of you will, I would like to see all of you in a good positions, maybe after 5 6 years, like maybe managers, maybe you will send me a message saying that, sir, I attended your program, and now I am working at such big companies in such a positions, and looking forward for such kind of collaborations in the future, where like all of you achieve what you want to. And I hope with this class you will be able to strategize yourself, understand yourself, where you stand, what you can do, how you can progress further to ensure that you are able to achieve your dreams goals. Thank you so much. Muted. Please unmute yourself. Hello, Raghu. Raghu, not able to hear you. Unmute yourself first. Hello. Not able to hear you. Now, no, I'm hearing from the phone. No, you have to unmute yourself. transmit. You can speak now. I will transmit from here itself.
Okay, sir. Yes, it was very wonderful presentation from you, sir.
Thank you.
And yes, in future we'll be conducting regarding medical writing on the courses also.
Anyone has a anyone can open up and then say how you found this lecture was useful, or any issues you found.
Sir, can I?
Yeah.
I'm Dr. Sangeeta Raja from SRM Chennai, sir.
Okay, Sangeeta, please
I
tell me.
have one question. Like now we are following I'm the professor of pharmacology, and
Okay.
I have 4 postgraduate students. And for
Okay.
the CBME curriculum, they have to have a minimum 2 months or 3 months of industry posting. So,
Okay.
can you let me know what are all the industries which host the internship programs, especially for these PGs, sir?
Industry postings, which is always, like actually sought out, and also a lot of, schools, as like medical colleges and schools, they want people to get into this. But I think there are, you see, it's all depends upon the, it all depend, just 1 minute. Yeah, it all depends upon the kind of, I would say, the kind of, it all depends upon the, mutual relationship what you have with the particular company manager. Okay. Suppose, like if you know, like some of your old friends or colleagues or seniors, then you can approach to them like any BAB, it can be BAB facility or any other facility. You can talk to them and you can try to show your interest, and maybe based on your relationship they will try to allow you. And some of the, like suppose, if I can tell you that we are offering internship in our institution, okay, for pharma D. So I think I have now I have 4 interns. They are coming to me, and they will be with me for next 1 year. And last year I had totally 7 pharma D people. They came to me and they all worked with me. I gave them projects, so they all happy, and at the end of the day they all learned. And now we have done a good amount of project research work in various areas, and now we are in the publication sector side. Similarly, like SRM, you have already clinical research. The unit is already there. A lot of projects are going on, so you can have internal arrangements of on rotation posting along with the like in charge coordination, cooperation, and all. So I know understand that there are confidentiality issues will come, confidential issues, so many other kind of issues will come, but that need to be managed effectively, because there will be solution whenever there is a problem. Means you should be optimistic that there are solutions. Internal work and internal building the SOPs, or I would say confidentiality agreements, or a kind of posting the people appropriately in the particular according to the authorities, maybe principal or directors. They can take the lead. So like this, like even suppose suppose if you want to like, we can also collaborate with inter institutions, or we can collaborate, like say that's why I want to talk about medical pharmacology society. I have a dream that I want to come up with MPS Bhavan, where we would like to host a set of instruments, set of departments, where we can apply to the government and request for the land and also construct a place, so that all the PGs can come to one place and then do the research, and it can be a kind of postings. So like that also, we as a society, as a responsible organization, uh, as a society for MD pharmacologists, like that, we have to work together. So we can bring up some kind of research facilities by our own, and we can give the we can handle the projects at that through that research labs, and then support the youngsters for developing their future. So like this, if we can work around some of the solutions, I think it will help the future generation. So suppose if you want to see, generally every pharma companies, every pharma companies now, as far as the medical affairs and medical marketing is concerned, they are happy to host interns, happy to host interns for 6 months, 1 year, and followed by they would like to hire them back. Okay, so some companies, like especially I think MCure was one company which were used to have some kind of internship for the pharma students, MD pharmacology students. And especially see for B pharma, M pharma, we don't need to worry. Most of the companies, they will allow them to go and work, because they will be definitely requiring some interns for like maybe on medical marketing purpose, or for the pharmacovigilance purpose. We have given a lot of jobs when I was in so they used to come and join, and then we have we used to hire with the objective to absorb them actually. So like that. So there are opportunities. There will be definitely opportunities. Most importantly, you need to go and search the recruiting. Especially every institution should have a recruitment manager. And in on the top of it, I would like to tell you that we conducted MPS career conclave in Mysore. I think Dr. Raghu also attended that, and many PGs attended that program. And again, that I would like to come up with bigger shows in the sense, bigger programs, 1 day, 2 days, and also job fairs, so that we can invite the HRs from various companies come there, and then they directly interact with the, like we can organize meetings in such a way that schedule the interviews there and then and there itself, and then they can try to hire these people, so that they will be able to in future they will become the employees of that. So I think that happened with the Bioclinica, was one of the sponsor, and they hired few people after the conference last one. Since it was in Mysore and all, I think that was our first attempt, and I think it was I think around 250 300 delegates attended, and only one company attended, or some of the other companies they wanted to come and all. But I think if we now I'm in Bangalore, I think we should be able to come up with such kind of opportunities, so like MPS Career Conclave. I would like to organize such things also in the future, and I need the support of the all the youngsters, and also the fraternity from the medical pharmacology and other pharmaceutical companies, or and also from the pharmacy institutions, like who can work together. Actually, see, even though MPS, we say that it is the for the life members can become, only the MD pharmacologist can become, and we don't have that like myopic view. We want to develop everyone, so that see, if you want to be successful tomorrow, just having a MD pharmacologist, we will never go anywhere. We have to work with everyone, we have to bring everyone together, and we have to train people, we have to network with the people. There are skill sets are different, their skill sets are different, our skill sets are different. But the life membership, I only restricted to MD pharmacology, but for collaborating, for exploring, for working together, there is no limit. And we should be able to use such kind of platforms in the future to make it possible for the youngsters to cherish their dreams. That's what I hope I will to. Just 1 minute, Raghu. I'll try to again call you. You are able to speak? No. Can you take my call? Just 1 minute. Yeah, Dr. Raghu.
It's not audible, sir.
Now also it is not audible online. You can speak now, no problem. I'm here. I hope
Yes,
others can hear you.
yeah. It was wonderful presentation, sir, and I think you have answered almost all questions what our people, our juniors had. So yes, we'll come up with better views in future, sir.
Yeah.
Like for job fairs and all will come up with the MPS, this one also.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Dr. Sana has some question.
Yeah, Dr. Sana, please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are
Hello.
audible.
Sir, I wanted to ask you that, sir, can you please guide what are the opportunities as a pharmacologist abroad, especially in USA or Canada?
Okay. So, what's your basic qualification, Sana?
Sir, I have just passed MD Pharmacology. I'm working as senior resident at Government Medical College, Surat.
Okay, okay, okay. So, what I want to say that, see, you are an MD pharmacologist. Basically, see, for
Yes,
a
sir.
various, no, for a various, see, if you are various countries, they follow different ways of recruiting people. I think IELTS is the one examination which generally they follow for recruiting for various, especially English, which is more importantly English thing. And also every organization, especially like if they are recruiting, they will have to, they have their exactly. If you ask me exactly what kind of examination they do, definitely I don't have that. Maybe someone, maybe Raghu or anyone else is Dr. Raghu or anyone else is having that, maybe they can count. But I can tell you that generally in Canada, USA or any other countries, MD pharmacology is like we will have to go as a medical graduate, okay, medical graduate, and I think we have to pass through the medical graduate related things and then go there. Otherwise, in Europe and other countries, generally how they have gone is they get attached to some company. Like suppose a Canadian company is working here in India, and you get you like Apotex is there in India. So maybe some maybe many other companies can be there. So if you want to go there, then you will have to, if you are working there, then maybe they will have an internal requirement for different countries. They will give you a job opportunity and they will process the visa and they will generally take you to the different countries accordingly. Even nowadays used to do that. Like generally what they do, they take the people and they give you experience here for 3 years, 5 years, based on your performance, how you are doing well or any issues are there, and then they will correct you, they will make you better, they will ensure that you are trained well, they will give you opportunity to interact with varieties of platforms in within the company. And then when they see that there are opportunities available for different countries, they open up. Actually, they tell that I have a position here. So, and the managers, like maybe managing director, they have a position, like every managing directors are different for each countries. So the managing director of that company and managing director of this company, they talk to each other, they agree to each other to hand over the resource from this country to this country, so that the whole company gets the benefit of it. Okay, so they move from one country to another country as a new recruitment of that particular country based on the internal transfer. It will be definitely it will be considered as a new recruitment, but within the company, so that your new contract will start from there. But it is not going to affect you, not a matter to you, because anyway, like your service within the company will also get continued. Okay, so it's not be terminated, but you will be transferred internally, but the new agreement, new contract will start, because every company need to maintain a new contract and the appointment order, everything need to be maintained, so that like the taxes will go to the other country. Okay, no? So when you are transferred, your complete profile will get transferred there. So like that, things will happen. And I think that is the best way forward for us, because like when you are going through your own company, all your issues are addressed. Okay, a company when they are transferring from this country to that country. Suppose Novartis, Novartis, they hire in India, they manage you for some time in India, and then they put you across to like maybe Basel or any other Switzerland or somewhere else. Then they will ensure that everything is handled. Their company people will handle your visa transfer and hiring, and then giving the accommodation, all those things. I think basically, since we have the affiliates of different countries are here, all different company, international MNCs are here. I think that will, the strategy of working with them and then getting internal transfer, I think that will really help. And so you need to be really good, attend all these, kind of things, make yourself ready and perform well in Indian, sector. Then you, like when the opportunity comes, you have to apply again. Internally, you have to apply, and then you will get transferred there.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Yeah, now we are able to hear you, Raghu.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think
Karthik.
Karthik want.
Yeah,
Yes,
Karthik, please go ahead.
Unmute yourself. Hello, Dr. Karthik.
Rakesh is raised. Rakesh, can you talk? Karthik is, I think, he is not able to unmute himself. He is also unmuted. Not able
Hello,
to
sir. I'm Dr. Karthik. Am I audible, sir?
Please tell me. Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, second year PG student in.
You are Karthik?
Rakesh, sir. I'm Dr.
Rakesh. Yeah, Rakesh, please go ahead. Yeah, you are from?
Sir, I'm a second year PG student in WIMS Bellary, sir.
Oh, very good. My college.
Yes.
So nice to hear you. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, recently I had attended one webinar made by Vaidehi Institute of Medical Science in collaboration with Novo Nordisk, sir. So I got the opportunity of doing a project upon product launch strategy with the 5 pillars of medical affairs regarding semaglutide, sir, injections and all.
Okay. Yeah.
So for this purpose, I needed many support. So I had many friends, sir. One of them, he is a marketing manager in AstraZeneca also. So, sir, my question is, I had many friends who I'm talking to, and I'm asking what is the benefit of taking MBA after MD pharmacology, sir? Because when I was going to the Swayam portal where we are doing BCBR projects, they are also in. IAMB are providing some 6 weeks online courses, are like brand management, effective business communication skills, some certificates, which is just 6 weeks course. So how do this MBA will be beneficial to us if and all, sir? Can you just
see? I don't know exactly what is there in ICMR course. Okay, I don't have that understanding. But considering your question, whether I should do this ICMR course or I should do the MBA. See, since I have done MBA, I can tell you MBA. As MBA, every 6 months there you will be given six or seven topics. Varieties of topics will be there: management, economics, and many other things, strategy, management, interactions, like that. So more of self study. Here it is, but it is a 2 years course, and you will have to attend the examination also. So when I took the course, I think total course was around 50,000 or something like that, 50 or 70,000, something like that. But I think maybe now it will be a little bit higher side also. So since the salaries have increased, cost is also increased. Most probably, I can assume that. But if we consider that, I think I suggest you to do the MBA only. Maybe see, today I can sit here and strategize many things, and I can focus many things, and multitasking can be done because of the software that is working in my brain, what I gained through the understanding of my course. Okay, so which will work. Maybe you will not see the direct benefits in front of you because nobody has hired me just because of MBA, but they might have I got all the jobs just because of MD only. but I am progressing well in my career because of what I have learned earlier. Okay, no? So you can do, because, and also it will boost the confidence of the people when they are interacting with you, and your confidence also increases. And it's a solid degree. MBA is a solid degree, so I can tell you, I think worth spending on it's from a good university. You can go with a interest to learn. Okay, it will benefit you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Rakesh. Dr. Karthik, want to speak?
Okay, I think he's not. Okay, some network issues may be there. Okay, ask him to send a message. Then let us see how it goes.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. And thanks a lot. I think we are running out of time. And thanks again, sir. It was a very wonderful talk. I think you covered all aspects of industries. I think in industry there is not only MD pharmacology, all sort of people can also work in many sectors. So where in future we'll be planning regarding other things, sir, like medical writing and all. We'll be planning. So it would be helpful for many people, and even we'll collaborate and we'll do for job fair also, sir. Will do.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Raghu. I wish you all the best for all the good work what you are doing. Hope that you will continue with many more activities like this, and I wish you all the best for all the good things what you are doing. Let us, in any way, you are now the member of our society. Look forward for more collaborations, and we all work together for the betterment of our profession, and at the same time work with others also. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.